Hey guys, my name is Dice Rolling, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, Part 3. We gotta read everybody else's poems and be criticized now. Let's just go down the line here, shall we? Already it's judgmental. I love it. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. You're such a peach, thank you. But I can't say it's any better either. So what you're saying is I'm stagnant. Okay. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. This is a tumultuous sort of relationship we have here. Aha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. I can only hope. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. I'll take that, given. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type, all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? I feel very judged. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Now I'm feeling very, very judged. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Oh, if you have to. Here. Somehow this music seems just a little creepier than it should be. Amy likes spiders. Oh, does she? Who's Amy? You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Okay. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. Shit. Alright, focus. Thank you. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. The logic. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders, of course. You know, just go up to someone and go, hey, you want to talk about spiders? They got 8 legs, you know. That seems like something a friend would do to another friend. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. Someone better tell Aragog, and I'm gonna tell everyone. This sounds threatening. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. Spiders. Yeah. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter! It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Okay. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. The logic. Who cares what someone thinks as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. Of course. You are nothing if not relatable. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that, okay? I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too. So look forward to it. Oh, I am enthralled. Please. Next. Now on to someone who probably does like spiders. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, guys. Okay, but where is it? Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? Sure. I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes. So I respect you for trying new things. Okay. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Okay. Metaphors can go a long way. Yeah, but what if they're not metaphors? Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Through your feelings. And write down the things you see in here. Okay. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. I don't know if that's a good thing. This is a dangerous place here. It's a very intimate exercise. Okay. I see. Alright. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. Moving on. I have, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Why not? Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Elegant as always, my dear. The raccoon. Never mind. A raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. Honey, bread is your guilty snack. You don't love yourself. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. The raccoon's gonna come in the house, is gonna take all the fucking bread. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Whoa! Hey, no, listen. This music is not fit for this. I'm just saying, what are we doing with the raccoon? The moon increments its phase, and it reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay, alright, it was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. Yeah, see, I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. Right? I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Thank you. So I'm not the only one. It's also in-game. Perfect. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. So this isn't even your final form. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it as face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. Oh, perfect. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. I'm scared! I'm disturbed! What kind of fucking torture chamber do you have in your basement right now? It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Ha! That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Oh, bitch is gonna be murdered now, I know it. Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! Okay. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Oh, sure, no, of course not. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Yet. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Fair enough, I can go with that. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. So am I. Anyway, next. Hi again, guys. What are you doing here? I ask myself that same question. How's the writing going? I have no idea. Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. As far as I can tell, I'm not being pummeled by anyone or stabbed with a quill, so I'm doing good. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. So you're saying that what I've done previously is not masterpiece worthy? Excuse me? I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Why does it always start out with that? That long whole string of silence. Alright! I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Okay, so clearly the words that I chose previously for this poem were aimed more towards Sayori, whether I was trying to do that or not. I don't know. Honestly, I'm randomly picking them at this point, okay? Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Yes. I mean, given what you saw in the last part. I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Fair enough. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. Okay. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? That could be. reading into it too much. It's a poem. Literally, that's what you do, from my understanding. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. Is that a bad thing? But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. But I used crimson. I used crimson and depression in my last one, and anxiety. How was that gentle? I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Clearly. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I'm seeing major warning signs here. Mayday, hello. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm probably going to be going all over the goddamn place. Are you kidding? With poems. With poems. Writing. Damn it. But anyway. You want to read my poem now? Sure. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! This is not a good sign! In this situation, having a poem titled Save Me, not good. Not good. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking. Is that how you do your cues? Listen, I know this detracts from the poem here, but that's how you do your cues? Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Oh, wow, yeah, that, I would imagine, would not be pleasant, yes. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless spaces, spaces. Load me. Load me. Is that supposed to be a clue? 'Cause if so, yeah, you know what? Listen, hold on just a hot second there. I'm just gonna do this. Thank you. Moving on. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? No, seriously, what's with the weird fucking spacing and load me at the bottom? What the fuck? I guess it's just the way I write. Fucking making me paranoid about this shit. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh no, it was perfect. I'm just gonna hang it up on my wall. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. I can see that. Choosing where and how to place your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Yes? And also, why? It's almost like magic! Or mindfuckery. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Okay. I see. I appreciate the fact that the character in-game has pretty much the same reactions that I do to this fuck shit. Still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Aha! I'm not telling you! Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. Well, fuck me, I've been doing it wrong then, huh? A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. I'm just gonna go with it at this point. Or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Oh, bless you. I clearly need these. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. Uh-oh. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Subtle. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when I might fucking die. Get gutted in Yuri's basement, I don't fucking know. Or when something unexpected may happen. Hey, wait. Is this tip even about writing? Self-aware. Self-aware bullshit we're getting into right now. Perfect. What am I even talking about? Oh, God. Aha! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna go curl up in a corner. Bit of rock back and forth now. Thank you. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of a room, Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. I get a bad feeling from this. I don't know why. I feel like she's gonna whip out an Uzi or something and just spray the fucking room. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. You're going to keep it simple, okay? We're going to keep it simple. Yeah, okay, alright, fine. We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayuri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets. Pamphlets. We can give out during the event. Okay. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. What, bitch? Performing. And she promptly faints, passes the fuck out. Can't do it. Stage fright. Not gonna happen. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Oh. A poetry reading. Before the people. How fantastic. That way, if they like your poem, they'll just be there like... Perfect. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. Great. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayuri's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayuri, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Too late! We in it! We fucked. Everybody go home, we fucked. Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. It's a horrible idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. Shit, I didn't sign up for any of this, actually. I was fucking tricked. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. What about me? What about me? It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, oh boy. I still think we should give it our best. And fuck y'all, we're gonna be doing it anyway. Suck my dick, let's go. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. Wow, no pressure. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. Maybe. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings. Being intimate with yourself. Whoa. Whoa. Listen, if you're planning on being intimate with yourself in front of a room full of people, that's a different club. Okay, that's a different activity. Finding new horizons. Oh boy. And having fun. Oh, thank you for throwing that in there. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Not me! Not me! Again, I want to reiterate, I was tricked. Okay? I didn't come here willingly. I was tricked here. I was tricked here. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Do I have to do this? Because, you know, I could just, like, be in the back, providing drinks, spiking the punch, tea, whatever. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Fuck my life. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. That's the spirit. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Just see it in her face. That look of fuck. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. No pressure. I guess I don't really have a choice. Welcome to my club. Aha! That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh! Something tells me that it might. Or me. Maybe it'll kill me. I don't know. Who knows? Who's gonna die? I don't know. Everybody, fuck. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Great, there's a main event. Wait, you mean like that's just the opening act? What? I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. I don't think any of us is going to be comfortable after this, my friend. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Of course, why not? The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins to recite her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. That's an interesting compliment. Honey, your inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Obviously, I was doing it wrong. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. What else are you gonna do? She's reciting a poem. What are you gonna do? Just... Sayori looks amazed. I don't think it takes much. Just saying. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Oh god. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Ah, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Fuck. The bar is here. I'm just gonna be under here, if you don't mind. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. And from left field! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. What? Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. That's one way to put it. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. Why? I'm the first to start applauding. Okay. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. Okay. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Phew. Jerry, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Moving on. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. And she's out, passed out. Just get her some tea, quick. Okay. I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. It is sidelined by Natsuki, who decides to read her poem next. No. This one's called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayuri! It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Sheer and utter panic. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. Who knows? Maybe we are in someone's head. You are all just figments of my imagination. And I wonder why I put myself in this hellhole. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Yes. Good job, Sayori. Even Dice liked it. Yes. Yeah, what? I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. No pressure. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Dice. Why? What the fuck is wrong with that? It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Dice lower everyone's standards a little bit. You a bitch. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Okay. Again, no pressure. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Yes, someone needs to be dragging her to the podium, I suppose. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? What am I supposed to look at? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. Just a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Fuck you. Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ha ha! Wait for it! Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so piss off. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Yay! Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. Shit, let me just find a good poem then. Somewhere. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Me too. Again with that. What? You are hitting Natsuki with your hair by doing that shit. It makes me really happy. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. Oh, homework and homework. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright, okay. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. Suddenly I'm more enthused about impressing Monica? Okay, fine. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two always going home together like that. Yeah. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Why? Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, guys, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I woke home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. That's one way to put it. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Fuck. Let's just save this shit. Thank you. God. I get the feeling that whatever I choose here, some bad gonna happen to the other one, you know what I'm saying? Personally, I'd walk home with both of you, but fuck it. I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. I am not a bastard. I am not an asshole. You're so silly, guys. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. So, Sayori, I have already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, Lord, this again. Fucking hell. Again, just doing this randomly. I fucking don't know. Imagination! Okay. Headphones. Oh, she looks at. Alright. Essence. Okay. Vivid. Sure. Unwork quick. Oh, okay. Again, bad signs here. Funny. Yeah, sure. Special. Perfect. Okay. Hurt. Oh, God. Misery. Okay. Summer. Okay. Suicide. Oh, God. Broken. Okay. Despise. Oh, cute. Come on, yeah. No, you. Friends. Okay. Grief. Oh, God. Holiday. Okay. Misfortune. Oh, God. Bubbles. Fuck it. I don't know. How can I make a poem with bubbles and suicide in it? Fuck. Ah, man. What? I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Were you practicing piano again? Piano? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival, too. Ah, I can't wait for the festival. What? It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Ah, fair enough. And I'm gonna be stuck here? You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Marika, do they usually have fried squid? Oh, squid. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You, of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. It's not how you say my name at all. I'm missing a joke here. I'm missing a joke because it's probably Japanese. I don't know. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. I'm just gonna be the American over here, being completely out of the loop. Let's just focus on our event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's, anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori, anyway? Oh, there you are! Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori! I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Ah! Sorry. Don't mind me. No, not at all. Why not? Why not? The disturbing behavior here. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Dice, what's up? Shit. Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh? You think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you guys. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Pardon me? Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you guys. Fucking A, I'm messing shit up over here. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Fuck. She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. Heh, you fool. You're so funny, Dice. Oh, thank you. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Well. I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Oh, sure. Yeah, right, yeah. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Nah. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. But she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. I have to get closer. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, and to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? I know it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, Yuri! I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. Hi! Again. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach someone or start a conversation on her own accord. Ah, subtle. I'm gonna stare from afar until you come over here and talk to me. Mind powers. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her own. Oh, hi! I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Ah. Not that I was staring at you or anything. No, of course not. I didn't do anything creepy like that. Bullshit. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seemed a little off today. But when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. Again with this. Huh? Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Guys, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Ah. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Fair enough. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I see you have a habit of spying. And I also feel some concern for her. But in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Bullshit. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Oh god. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Hey. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. This cryptic shit over here. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? No, of course not. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, sure, with Sayori back there behind us. I'm sure it's fine. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. Oh, Jesus. Silence before she pops up on the screen. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Yay. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Oh shit, I'm in deep trouble over here now. Sure, let's go with Sayori first, shall we? Boom. Hello! This is your best one so far. Oh, thanks. It's really, really nice, guys. Thanks. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course! Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Alright. Hey, guys. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. Delicate. Beautifully put. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No! Guys. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Shit. Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, guys. Oh, sure, yeah, just break down in front of me and say, it's nothing, it's fine. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori, tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. That's a good sign. This one's alright. Okay. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I can't with this. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Huh? No, gross! It's not like that. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Thank you. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Shut! Oh! Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. Great. I'll tell that to the bruise that you'll develop on my stomach later. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Okay. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years, but I today have a special place, a beach for us to go. Okay. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. Okay. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Okay. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something like a nice message for once. With a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first, then came up with a message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. After Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. So would Natsuki and Yuri be... You know, I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. I will get with this. Well done, Dice. Oh, thank you. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Sure. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing a writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying their writing and seeing what others think. Sure. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Dice? I'm thirsty. Oh, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. Hey, no, none of that touching yourself shit. Come on. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. Okay, that's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. You said so. Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. What? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. I didn't say that. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Oh. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Sure. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach! A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of earth chastically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. Okay. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about. But I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it, of course. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? Ha! She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? Sure. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Next! Hi, Doris. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. No, none at all. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. Great. You two are like a dynamic duo. Aha, that's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. How great. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. Sure. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. Great. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Sure. Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift to the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Okay. Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more. Bless you. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. No, not at all. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Ah, are you surprised? It's the poem thing, I don't know. Poets. I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Here we go. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. Fair enough. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? Sure. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the group. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. The stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Good. Fuck. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah. It seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Ah, she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? Touché! So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Ah, no. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Who? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. Okay. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, Guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No. That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri! You have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Okay. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dice. Oh shit. The one who is truly useless. Ahaha, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It will probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Oh god, I have to choose which one. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? Shit. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Thank you. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Ooh. Dice may not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Dice to... What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys? Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Dice to decide how he'd like to contribute. Okay. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. Uh-oh. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Dice, you're okay with this, right? Sure. In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Help! I don't know. Shit. What about Sayori? Okay, what about that? I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, but Monica said that Sayori was helping her. Jeez. Do you really hate us that much? Hey. No! Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. Okay. Just think of the club, okay? Oh. We will make this decision, this life-changing, altering decision. Firstly safe. Thank you very much. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like to let me know. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to share this video to help the channel grow, and subscribe for more videos and the rest of Doki Doki, however much that may be. See you later.